Hey, good morning. This is Ogles Fish Room. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I have not all my tanks, but I do have 13 tanks. This is a 75 you're looking at. But I have uh, re-scaped almost all of them, maybe 10 or 11 out of the 13. So I thought it was appropriate to refilm a little bit and show you what I've done. Move some things around in here. Got a different plant in the back. There's the one of the big angelfish over to the left there. We've got a wide assortment of things. The all the little white looking things are rosies. They're actually feeder fish. You can buy them for like 10 for 250 at the pet store. That's Pet Supermarket, by the way. Anyway, I've got about 40 in there. I just wanted to. I had some of my larger fish finally have died off, and I just wanted to kind of fill the tank up a little bit without spending too much money. I've got some, excuse me, smaller angels that I have just recently bought that will eventually grow up, and they'll go in this tank. So I don't want to crowd it out with too many super large fish right at the moment. Anyway, that's that tank. As you can see, there is a tremendous amount of structure in here. The lights are toward the back, so the wood in the front is kind of a silhouette. I'm going to kind of show you some close-ups of, there's one of my yo-yo loaches that has grown huge. I've got several of those. There's three right in front of you there. All kind of botillas and loaches and different things at the bottom. Anyway, that's their tank. Over here is a 10-gallon, but it's sitting on its from front to on the side, if you will. I'm trying to show you the length side down the side of the camera shot there. So it's 20 inches from front to back. You're looking at the end of a standard 10-gallon. There's one of my male bettas right here in the front. He's very pretty. Got a lot of alcinaria, which I love, a lot of rocks. I've got 4 small albino cory cats in there. Well, they just disappeared, but there's one in front of you a minute ago. I love I made a lot of little caves for them, and a lot of shrimp in there. There's a few tiny things, but mostly it's just him. Now this is a 10-gallon as well, but these 4 here are made by Tetra, and they're, I think that's the right name. Anyway, they're 10-gallon column tanks. That means the footprint at the bottom is 12 inches by 12 inches, front to back, side to side. But they're tall. They're 20 inches tall. I know it may not look like that, but it is. There's a lot of sand down here. So there you go. So you can see the bottom of the tank better. And I move a lot of. I have a tendency to do kind of the opposite of what a lot of people do. Most people push the sand back and kind of raise the height of the back so you get more of a visual of distance, if you will. I kind of do the opposite. I have a tendency to move everything forward to allow room for my plants up front. That way my hardscape is toward the back. Gives the fish a lot more room, in my opinion, and my pumps and stuff in the back are mostly hidden. You can see the one of the sponge filters there, but so all that's down kind of lower in the back, and then you can see the rocks. Now these rocks are gray river rock. I actually buy this in large bags at for about $15 or $16 at Lowe's. You get quite a few. To me, it's a very good deal. I prefer the round rocks as compared to what's kind of in style these days with all the series stone and different things that are very rough looking. I know they look pretty, but they're not good for the fish, especially if you have bettas, which I do. Each of these has a large betta in it, and they will tear their fins up on jagged rocks. So my wood is, there's one of the, this is actually a little female, but she's a veil tail female, so her fins are more elongated than the average betta. She's a pretty little female though. Anyway, large Anubias there. The piece of wood it's on is pretty large. There's also a very large piece of spider wood, which I just absolutely love. There she is. Pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. There she is. Anyway, Valsinaria there, Anubias, and Cryptocoron are about my only 3 plants that I believe in. I just glued some of these. You can see the white glue there. When it hits water, it crystallizes. I took this piece of wood out yesterday and took cuttings from some of my other Anubias that are growing real well and glued different pieces. There's some down there that were glued. This is all glued. That has been glued yesterday because this was just a large piece. You can see the crystallized super glue. It needs to be gel, the super glue gel, if you're going to do this. And basically, I put the glue in the wood while I figure out where I want to put the plant, and then I squish the plant to it and hold it for about 60 seconds. There's a pure white male betta here that's just gorgeous. He likes to just sit around in places. And there's a very large river rock I have here. I've had that for 30 or 40 years probably. Carrying that around with me. But these gray ones are from Lowe's. And anyway, that's his tank. Now this one has a new, that is a glass knife fish, kind of like the black ghost fish, which most people are familiar with. This one has a snubbier nose and a smaller mouth than most of the knife fish, a little more docile. They say they're nocturnal, but mine has been coming out quite a bit during the day. And I'm pretty happy with that. I've only had him a few days since the sale, the 50% off sale at the pet supermarket. I usually couldn't afford him, but they're like $12, but I was able to get 2 of them for $12, and I learned a little bit late that they like to fight. They're not even sure how they breed because they seem to be very solitary fish. It is preferable to only have one to a tank, otherwise they will fight to the death. And I guess that's just instinctual to have some private territory or something. But anyway, this whole thing is a big cave in here, and he's got plenty of places to hide. But he's been doing beautifully, coming out a bit. Now this is Valsinaria on the left, Anubias on the right, more Anubias that I've glued to large pieces of wood, another large piece of spider wood, which I am just thrilled with. I'll back up and let you see the size of that a little bit better. Not sure if you saw the I don't see my betta at the moment. Is that him up there? Yes. There's the betta that's in here. That might be a female as well, but also she looks like a male because of the size of her fins. I have a super large male in this tank, but I don't see him right at the exact moment. He is just magnificent. I've redone this, put all these rocks in. I bought several bags of these gray rocks. I just love them. Again, very smooth, will not hurt the fins. And the same thing with the sand. If you're going to have bottom critters like I have coolie loaches, I have every tank has coolie loaches and either bristlenose, plecos, which most of mine except for one are albino, and I'm not sure if it's this tank or not, but a couple of my tanks have the clown pleco in it. Another fish that likes to be alone. They will fight if you have more than one. Until learning some of this, I have always liked to buy fish in either pairs or large groups because I just feel that I don't like things to be alone. In nature, they usually swim in groups, but I think when they get in a little close quarters, like in your tank, they don't have much of a choice, and you're kind of forcing them to be close to somebody else, and they may not like that. Okay, that's the. This is one more of the. God, I'm sorry. Column tanks. Got a very large cave that I've put in the bottom. This has 4 pearl gouramis. This is the most docile gourami you will find. Pearl has kind of like the spots on it. They're okay to keep by themselves, but I don't mean by themselves. I mean species by themselves. Excuse me, let me turn around here a little bit. But gouramis are another thing that some are very violent. And they do not like to be mixed with other types of gouramis. So it's better to have one species. I've got the same species in here. I have 4 of them. Also have another knife fish in here, and that is his cave. He's probably in there right now. Anyway, that's, there he is. There he is right there, with a long ponytail. Pointy tail. There he is. Excuse me. I just think they're gorgeous. Pardon me, please. Yeah, I've been sick for a couple of weeks, but I thought I was over it, but the cough is still with me. Okay, I just bought these the last few days, or last week. These are very tiny. They're only about a quarter. Their bodies are about the size of a quarter. I have 8 in here. These are baby angelfish. This is a 20, I'll show you the whole tank there. 20 tall. They seem to be doing quite well. Yes, I know this is a small tank to house large ones, but these are very tiny. And as you can see, almost all of them are in one little area, and they don't take up much of the tank. They've been enjoying it. They swim around everywhere, in and out of everything. I'm going to do a close-up, and then I'm going to move on to the next tank. I'm really happy with these. When they get larger, they will go in the 75 that you saw in the beginning. That's their tank. They've got a very large Anubias in there. Very nice. There you go. Okay, this is the 20 long. Now, I moved everybody out of here that was in here, and this now has all my guppies. I had 2 different guppy tanks, and they're all together now. Now, I know you may not be able to see them, but this tank is absolutely full of babies. They are just absolutely everywhere. Okay, that's their tank. Got a couple caves I built. Real nice cave here. I know it's hard to see, but anyway. A couple of cryptocorans red. That's what that is. And over there is another one. Anubias in the back. That's that tank. Okay, we're gonna, let's skip over to the 5. Excuse me, I'm sorry about the shakiness. Now you may or may not see some of there you go. The fish in here, this has only got shrimp, and it's got 4 skunk loaches. Now, the skunk loaches can be a little violent to other fish. They would nip on fins. I would not put them with anything else. I got them from one purpose because my snail infestation was just crazy. When I redid all the tanks, I put all of them together. I have 4. And if you can see that pile down there, if I have any snails in other tanks, I go around and I get them out with either tweezers or a net, and I plop them in right there. I've done that several times today, and they love to eat those. So that's what they're good for. That's what they enjoy eating. Of course, I feed them fish as well, but I mean fish food. Okay, that's the 5 gallon. Anyway, okay, we're going to finish this up here in about 2 shakes. Sorry. Okay, down below has my 2 zebra danios that are moving around fast at the top of the tank, and 3 of the white albino blind cave fish. That's all that's in there. And they are very fast moving. And I wouldn't recommend having them in with any slow fish because they're going to out-eat them and probably make them nervous, because they make me nervous. But they're in this lower tank that's right on the floor, or it's on a stand, but I mean it's close to the floor. So because it's so far down, I like the movement down there. So they're fine. They seem happy. And anyway, this is the 29. I took all my Harlequin rasboras out of the 20 that now has the angelfish in it and put them over here. They seem to be very happy. And this has some other things, lemon tetras, Cristela tetras, Coolie loaches. It's even got a female betta that I don't see right now, but this might be her cave down there. I need to kind of clean out the sand under there probably, but it's got a couple albino koi cats and a lot going on there. I think that's a very pretty tank. It's quite large. It is almost 30 gallons. A lot of plants going on in there. Now this is the last one. This is another column. Let me get a little closer for you. Okay. Just put some more plants in there. It's got a couple albino koi cats, as you can see there. Large piece of spider wood. Large nubius in the back. This has got, I'm not seeing them on my camera, but I'm sure seeing them in person here. I've got 13 of the amber tetras. They're right in front of me. There they are. And 7 pencil fish, which I do not seem to see right now. They're in there. Anyway, that's it. Okay, we're going to call it quits. Thank you very much for watching. This is Ogles Fish Room. We'll sign out with the 75 here. For those of you worried about those angelfish, this is where they'll go once they grow a little bit. But they are tiny right now and would be dwarfed by some of these large fish in here. Anyway, thanks again for watching. This is Ogles Fish Room signing out. Please take care. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I look forward to a wonderful Christmas. And I wish you all and your families well. Take care of yourself. Thanks again. Bye-bye.